Hello everyone, welcome to the new video with a new project and a new modification as compared to our last video. So in the last video, we already seen that we can operate or we can control the LED by using a push button, and we can see how can we control the electronic devices with using a switch module and microcontroller unit. So in this tutorial, we are going to control LED using a push button. But here you can clearly see that as compared to our last video, we are using a multiple LEDs. Yes. So in this video, we will control the multiple LEDs by using a push button. So in this video, we will see that multiple LEDs control using a push button, and we will also use a microcontroller unit, which is our Arduino Uno microcontroller board. In this video, we will see an introduction, what kind of a hardware required for our project, what is a circuit diagram, and how the push button and LEDs are connected together with a microcontroller, and what code we have to write for this scenario to control the multiple LEDs by using a push button. Let's see in the introduction. In this tutorial, we are going to control the multiple LEDs with a push button. When we press the push button, the LEDs will be turned on. Actually, multiple LEDs will be turned on, and when we release the push button, the multiple LEDs will going to be on a turn off state. Let's see which hardwares are required. So first of all, we need a microcontroller unit board, which is our Arduino Uno microcontroller, type A and B type USB cable, obviously a computer or a laptop unit, some jumper wires, one breadboard, three LEDs which we will connect and we will operate by using a push button. So we need a push button 2 and four registers with a suitable values. Let's see a circuit diagram of our project. So here we take a breadboard for a base of this whole circuit, and we connect three LEDs and devices rather than a microcontroller all in a breadboard. So here we can see that we use a red, green, and blue LED, which is a three LEDs, and the anode of all the LEDs are connected to a pin number 8, 5, and 3 through a suitable register value, and all the ground of the all the LEDs are connected with the ground of the microcontroller unit, which here you can see because breadboard so lower bottom are connected horizontally, and the wire is directly going to the ground pin of the microcontroller unit. So here basically here we take a red, green, and blue LED, and we will operate it. So the anodes of the or we can say a positive of the positive terminals of the LEDs are connected to a 8, 5, and 3. So let's move forward to a connection of a push button. Here we can clearly see that the positive terminal of the push button is connected to a positive terminal of the microcontroller unit, which is a 5 volt. So here you can see the horizontal connection of of the breadboard is actually a positive supply. So push button's positive terminal is connected to this line of the breadboard, which is basically a positive connection. And the ground connection is connected to a pin number 2 of a microcontroller unit. But also a ground is connected to a microcontroller unit's ground pin through a register with a suitable value. So here we can take a input from push button by using a LED digital pin of a microcontroller unit, which is number 2. So this is the connection, and this is seen like how we can connect our LEDs and push button to a microcontroller board. Let's see a code. So how can we write a code for push button and multiple LEDs? So here, first of all, we need to understand the logic first. We need to understand the logic for before written any code. So here, the logic is when the push button is clicked, then we need to turn on all three LEDs, and when push button is not pressed or when the push button in the off state, we need to uh, turn off all the LEDs. So in code, first of all, we need to define in our all peripheral devices, which is a push button, blue LED, green LED, and red LED. Our push button is connected to a digital pin number 2 of a microcontroller, and push button is an input device. So here, first of all, we will define the push button as a set pin, which is a digital pin number 2, and the mode of the push button is a input. Let's move forward to the LEDs. So here now we will define all three LEDs. First, the blue LED. Blue LED is actually connected to a digital pin number 3. And as we know, the LEDs are output devices. So here we will define that LEDs as a output devices. Blue LED is connected to a digital pin number 3. Green LED is connected to a digital pin number 5. And the red LED is connected to a digital pin number 8. So here, this part is actually a setup part, how we can set up our peripheral devices in a programming. So here we first of all we define a push button on a digital pin number 2, and which is a input device, and the remain setup is for a LED which is connected to a 3, 5 and 8 digital pin of a microcontroller board, and three all of three are is a output devices. Let's take another part of a programming. So this is actually a forever loop. So in this loop, the programming of return, which will be written in this forever loop, will run continuously. And here we use a conditions logic, which is a if else condition. In this condition, let's see. In this condition, we give a or using a operator block, which is a equal to operator. So it make a arithmetic operation like equal to plus minus. So here we can use our operator blocks. In this operator blocks, we give a condition for a push button. If the push button will turn on, it means when the digital pin of a Arduino Uno board, which is a number 2, is receive number 1, it means the push button is pressed. Then the LEDs, which are connected to a 3, 5 and 8 digital pin of our microcontroller with same as a blue, green and a red LEDs, will going to the high state. It means it will turn on. Then we give a delay for a 1 second by using a wait 1 second block. And when it will not pressed, it means when the our digital pin 2, it means the push buttons pin is not receive 1, it means the push button is remain on a off state. Then the our LEDs, which are connected to a 3, 5 and 8 is remain in a off state. It means the LEDs are turned off. So here we can see that when the push button is pressed, it means the digital pin of Arduino Uno board 2 is receive 1, then the LED will turn on and otherwise the LED will remain turned off.